them to keep their #1 spot. They have to win this, and they will keep this for a long time if they do today.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Tempest and Ballistix saw the first game today where KSV Black actually dropped the set, and they might personally, as the first two teams at the ratings right now, they're like, okay, KSV Black dropped the set, let's just try to win this 3-0 and get a comfortable first in that first position without losing or giving up a set. But either way, one of the teams is going to lose today, and that is going to be the prey for KSV Black.
Yes, and look at this. Full Sky is global ban, by the way, so it's not going to be in map pool. But Lebraxis is open. Maybe these teams are considering it. It is a snipe ban for both. Tempest banned out Spider Queen, and Ballistix banning Cursed Hollow, as they're not really willing to let them go with the globals. And the wave clear, of course, I think it's a snipe ban somewhat. But they're going into a Sky Temple, map #1, kind of not really the most common case for Korea, where we have Braxis open first of all.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting. Let's see what they're thinking on this map.
What if they just both decided, let's just not ban that and not play it, and just ban other two maps that we don't want to, play?
Yeah.
We will never know unless we actually ask them. But
I think they were really.
It's a possibility.
They're really worried about Cursed Hollow and Spider Queen from either side. We have Sky Temple, and we are waiting for players. Blue ban. Okay, let's get it started.
Okay, Ballistix first ban.
Easy one, of course, Genji.
Or Hanzo, but probably Genji,
Easy start with a Genji. Let's see, do you ban? Do you really let that Hanzo go? I don't think there is a single chance.
No, definitely not.
Let's see,
especially against Ballistix and with Tempest. They're not gonna allow either one of them to let that one go.
I see is Hanzo, 100% win rate, 5 out of 5. That's how high it is. Of course, they won all of it, so basically all of their hero has 100% win rate. So
that is true.
It doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah.
They have 9-0, but look at this.
They're
Nubarak instead. Tempest is thinking ahead, maybe too far ahead. Let's see.
All right, well, Ballistix, are they going to just grab onto Hanzo?
I'm pretty sure there was one person in the chat that already chatted this Shimada Brothers again. Original sleepers. But it is not the case anymore, guys. It seems like this is a bait. It seems like this is a trap, a big trap card. Do we really take Hanzo? It seems like they're prepared for this. Maybe just go around with Uther, maybe even Tyrael.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're thinking, or they're like, why is he open? Why is Hanzo open? Like, do we take it? Are we confident enough to just take it and fall for the trap anyways, but get the the most banned hero to our side, or do we just let that go and see what they're thinking?
I think SC is confident enough to take Hanzo. Also taking both, taking the boss and the merc camps. It's pretty effective. Wave clear, pretty good. Oh, you got all that. You got all that structure, small structures to bounce off your scatter arrow in the middle of the temple. Oh, not in the middle, around the temple. So if you got that skill, kind of like what Rich did in game #2. It was disgusting. Game #1 even. I wish we had the computer so we can, so we would go into the room and also kind of observe ourselves, so we can look at the talent and look at all the numbers. But that's not the way it is right now. Maybe later, that's possible.
Yeah, later in the future.
So we can actually give you up to date, up to the second information about what's happening.
Yeah, exactly as they level up and get their talents. But yeah, Tempest does take Greyman and Uther. Nothing too surprising so far, other than Hanzo being open and Hanzo being taken by Ballistix.
Yep.
Okay. Ballistix.
I do see few reasons why they ban Nubarak. But already, as a first ban, that's kind of odd. Well, against Uther, Cocoon is very effective, of course. Not losing that Divine Shield timing would destroy that team fight. But that's only a few reasons, and it seems way too standard for now. Maybe I'm going too far ahead myself.
Yeah. Maybe you're thinking too many steps ahead.
Let's see what else. I think this is way too common for what they have brought today. Ballistix Thinking after Hanzo.
I will fight to my last breath.
Well, Uther is taken, so Rhaegar is probably the most likely.
It was likely going to be banned if not taken.
Okay, ETC.
Hooligans ETC will be coming up once more and try to control that early game along with Hanzo's pokes. Maybe Tempest is thinking their own Falstad in a way as a global. Not too much of a Dehaka.
Alright, Falstad could probably work out, but I'm more curious about what, you know, Ballistix is going to pick at the last two picks when, you know, Tempest decides to, because Tempest definitely has something in mind for, you know, even though Anubarak's, you know, Cocoon is gonna mess up Uther, but regardless of that, leaving Hanzo open, many teams, if you know, they've been punished for leaving Hanzo open, and Tempest actually did that, and Ballistix was able to take that hero away. So I want to see how Tempest respond. Okay, they're gonna ban Dehaka.
They're moving away from the globals. I'm pretty sure Falstad is in more so for Tempest side.
Definitely, with Dehaka being banned.
And ETC grab, of course, Mosh Pit. Very, very, very low, -2% chance for a stage dive. So that global is basically out already. Dehaka banned. I think we may see a Falstad ban incoming, or if they are trying to go super tanky front two lines with some CC, with with lots of poke from the back line, then a Tychus. Or depending on the solo lane, it's gonna be
okay.
It's gonna be the Avatar this time.
All right, so let's probably assuming a Falstad coming in for Tempest's side. Would it be surprising?
Let's see. Kind of tank. Even Muradin, Sign, Anubarak is gone. I think that was kind of a self-ban, so he doesn't die anymore. But Muradin, second most play, Muradin and Tyrael is still available. Pairs up well with Greyman, and it is going to be Falstad just as we predicted. Along
and
with Tyrael. So they're going super standard, but how they drafted into these 4 picks is nowhere close to how they drafted before.
Yeah. Definitely the order and the bans. You know, you mentioned that I had to agree with the self-ban of a noob.
And Sign died a lot in that game. Yeah, in those 2 games. I think he died like 12 times total in those 2 games.
Yep.
Let's see with the global now against the Falstad.
Let's see what Ballistix' last 2 picks will be.
ETC, a solid tank. Tyrael will provide those shields for all the allies. What else do you need? Do you really bring a Blaze for your team? Or some wave clear to fight on the temple?
I guess. Okay, they take the Blaze away. Okay. So Ballistix takes the Blaze. Tempest.
Yep, they take Tychus because they were not banning Tychus. Of course, also had to take it in their own hands. And
that'll make sense.
Yeah, also, Tempest, very low chance that they were going to take their own Tychus as they're missing their solo lane. Possibly a Tyrael solo lane that did happen once. I think 2 days. I think 2 days ago.
All right.
The Blaze taken away. Leoric against.
Okay.
Against Tychus, it's not the best. It's not the best idea, but from what we have so far and all the bans and all the picks from the other side, it is okay.
All right.
It was not the best one, of course, because we have Sonya out of it, and I thought we were. If there was a chance, this was not the chance for Thrall because lots of CC available, and Thrall can also not get even close to Blaze, and he can actually melt down from a flame.
Yep. I don't know. It just seemed like, you know, if Tempest were able to get Blaze, it would have been such a solid composition. But, you know, even with Leoric, it could work out, I think. We'll have to see.
Oh. Entomb, maybe maybe March for the sustain and zoning. Here we go. We do have Hanzo, and we saw lots of Dragon Strike as we were highlighting that often. Maybe a good one to pair up with the Mosh Pit. Can't really. They do already have enough CC, so I would say why not here. And for Tempest side, of course, the Greymane needs to do a ton of damage.
Yeah.
Uther needs to survive or can die, but provide enough heal to Falstad or Greymane for them to get the kill, because that ETC Blaze frontline will be a hard one to break through.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, later on, after 10, when they get the bunkers down as well, it's just gonna be harder and harder as they level up. We'll see if Tempest is able to go through that concrete wall.
Am I the only one without the music, or did no chat forget to press that Control M?
Yeah, I don't have.
Yep, I don't have the music.
Yeah, no, I was just listening just in case.
Because we have the same feedback,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So I was like, all right.
No chat? Okay. I think you should be getting that soon.
But yeah.
Oh, Greymane, Power Slide.
Kind of empty without that.
There was no way out. He was trying to go up there, and then Blaze says, Jungha says, welcome to the flame.
Yeah. Welcome to Blaze Land.
The first kill Tempest is making. So that's the thing. I think that in this meta, Ballistix, Tempest, they lost a lot of their power. Ballistix it fits them possibly the best out of all the top 3 teams.
Okay.
And this patch, of course, this patch continues till next weekend, and then I don't know which patch we're going into. Possibly the Maiev patch without Maiev coming in. We will see what happens in week 5. There was also a week of break before week 5.
Oh yeah, we do.
Because of
that's the next week, the coming weekend. Next week.
Yeah, I think it's next
next.
Yeah, next week is. I think we have HGC next weekend, but next weekend we have a break.
Yeah.
Because of the Lunar New Year, all those
16th.
All those new skins will be releasing. You guys would know, because if you play the game, you guys would know the date, because all the new skins, the package will be coming out.
Yep. The timing is now. But anyways, yeah, that Greymane being cut off early on, giving Ballistix the lead. Let's see if Tempest is able to come back. It's not too much of a big lead, so you'll have to take it slow.
Tempest does have the sustain wise, because they have Uther and Tyrael.
Yeah.
They have 2 perfect protections on single target AoE, and also the shield does help a lot. We don't quite get to say too much about the shield from Tyrael, the new shield after that level 1 talent. It's actually a lot of health for all the teammates.
It's just the fact that everybody gets the same amount that he gets. It's just why it's a waste not to pick him. So yeah, the door is actually opened up for Tempest.
Well, not yet. Hanzo just poking out Leorigas. It is solo lane on the bottom lane with Falstad and Blaze. Going to just seems like they're just going for the wave clear, not really fighting too much with the initial pick. Ballistix is leading the early game. Not too many mistakes.
Alright, they're going for the fight on Temples.
Just trying to do some harass. Really gonna find time.
Yep, Blaze is making his way up.
As Rhaegar is already stepping onto the temple. On top, Falstad looking for that angle. Maybe he's not even going to try. He's just delaying this as much as possible. And this is a 4th down already for Ballistix. Going to hit 7, maybe. Never mind, Blaze already went down. I thought they were trying to hit 7 and then go in, possibly with that 4-4. But because there's Falstad available for Tempest, there's not really much of a reason to have that 4v5 when Rhaegar's up there. So nice decision overall.
Yeah, that was a good call to back off and just, you know, go 1 for 1. Blaze pushing that bot lane and just coming back. They may want to just get maybe the door opened up. There we go.
And by the way, I asked Hyde why he died solo camping last night as a Rhaegar.
Oh, as the Rhaegar.
And then he said he just missed an auto attack on at the end, and then he thought he was gonna live, but he died. And he said it was embarrassing, but it happened. And he also said, I think I'm the only Rhaegar in the world to die alone doing camp on camera. He was very
On
embarrassed.
camera.
Yeah, he was very embarrassed. But
Wow.
things
Was this also in the bathroom?
on the way back from the restrooms.
Oh.
He was very embarrassed, but things happen. Life isn't fair, so we're moving on.
Yeah, and he is the first red buck to do something to be remembered by. So, you know, congrats to him. Yep. But the level difference, the small level difference is still continuing on.
It's actually getting bigger.
Yeah, it is actually getting bigger.
It is getting bigger because they started their camp timing earlier, and then they have pushed the fort even, forcing out a flight. And Blaze has been onto the other lane, where the next tempo phase, of course, still a long way to go. But if they pressure onto this bottom, if they are able to get level 10 because of the structures and go boss before the tempo, that's
they're just actually going for the boss.
Yes, because it seemed like their movements, they were going for it, and Tempest, they were trying to stop this from happening, but Ballistix, all they have to do is wait for 10 and then engage right after. The boss is kind of working for Ballistix at the same time.
Alright, Blaze is actually getting picked on by Lyric and Falstead. They come back for the backup, but it's not able to save.
10v. Let's pretend like we didn't see that mosh pit. That didn't happen, but it's on cooldown, guys.
You know, since the music is off, we actually heard the guitar sound.
Yeah, sometimes
it's harder to miss.
Sometimes as an ETC player, it seems like you press the Q and you press R right after, but sometimes the Q doesn't go, and then you only end up pressing R because maybe your power slide is on cooldown. Sometimes it literally just does not go out, or maybe you just don't press it hard enough,
or maybe you just want to hear the guitar.
Yeah. All the excuses of what just happened there, but because of the mosh pit gone, gladly for Tempest, they saw that happening too. I think
they definitely.
So they're going into the tempo because that big zoning tool, and the powerful heroic is out and on a cooldown for 70 seconds now.
Yeah, and you notice Tychus and Hanzo aren't actually fully committing because they know that the mosh pit is gone. Then this timing right now would have been the perfect timing to grab 3 heroes on Tempest's side, but
not there. And Falstad came from the side. Gonna barrel away. Leoric dead. Still nice timing to engage with the because Tempest, they needed a lot more time to escape from the zone.
Very
providing the
unfortunate.
damage.
Very unfortunate for Tempest actually, even without mosh pit, and Hanzo and they weren't even fully committed, but Tempest actually ended up losing Leoric on the contrary. So
the big job here as a Falstad player, because unless you get that gust fully engaging or at least destroying the front line or getting Hanzo, unless it happens, Hanzo will be just free damaging. I don't see any other way of Tempest really going in. Maybe Greymin will get that perfect lethal angle with Dami, with Cocktail going in, all the damage onto Hanzo alone. That can be a solo kill, but not in this case. It will be very hard, of course.
They know.
Onto SCSC's Hanzo. So Falstad will be having lots of pressure in that case.
They're gonna go for Giant.
Here mosh pit is back. Well, it was never used.
Yeah, it was never used.
Yeah, it was never used.
There was a moment where it was perfect to use, but he just decided to save it for the upcoming team fight. So.
Yep, and the bunker was not really too much of a help. Hanzo, not trapped. I don't think they were trying to trap Hanzo. They were trying to trap ETC Hooligan because he does not have the crowd server at 4. It was close, but ETC, I guess that count went on a diet for some time.
Yeah, he was able to fit through.
And Falstad also using the gust to disengage. Did live, so okay trade for both teams.
Now he's at home, but he was at the slimmest of health, going up against Blaze at top.
That Entomb was actually I think was an okay try, not a bad one. But we're going to have 3-2-3. We do see a PP from Dami. Maybe something wrong. Seems like we're having some issues with lockdown.
Okay.
Possibly a monitor issue. What is going on? But this is an important match. A single frame drop on my monitor.
It could cost the game, and maybe we should ask the ETC that maybe that happened for him, or that mosh pit not being used or being used.
Maybe they're talking about the Entomb. That Entomb was horrible. We need to have a pause, guys. Let's have a chat.
Yeah.
Of course, you can't do that.
Yeah.
I believe they all have 144 hertz monitors.
Yeah.
Maybe they're having a frame drop, but here we go. Problem
They're
solved.
back.
Back in game. Tempest still a little bit away from 13 as Ballistic. They are holding in everything. They got their chance to do the boss, but because of the pressure that Tempest was having, also a big tool gone from Ballistics. They could have. I think they could. I'm still thinking that they could have really snowballed that lead into maybe a level lead or even more.
Yeah.
But they lost that chance.
Yeah. The small lead, well, the full level lead that Ballistics had is gone now, like you said, and Tempest has caught up. They are just sharing the temples 1 for 1. And
Now, one of the best false stat out there, along with G-Clack. What? I didn't say anything.
There's no music, so I can't not hear anything you're saying.
Okay.
So I could always hear everything.
Okay.
Well, I think we need to game.
Yeah.
And then the next time I come back here, and I could vouch for you or not, depending on how you perform on that false stat.
I do have 100% win rate this season on false stat.
Oh, do you?
Only one time played.
Yeah, I was, I was waiting for that. I was waiting for the second verse.
Yes. Wait until that second game, it drops to 50%.
But yeah, the temple has been shared 1 for 1. The level difference is still there, but it's just 50%. You see the experience bar. Right. Trying to make a play here. Okay, they get
But
placed.
the bunker is here, and Falstad. Ooh, early cleanse for the just in case of a gust. Nicely used by Magi there. So Tempest could not really do much. They were just trying to get that bunker out with the Entomb. Was trying to the real thing was the gust actually, but the Entomb kind of blocked the angle of gust in a way too. Ended up using cleanse, so I guess it's overall an okay trade for both sides. But we could see between these two teams the tension. What they're holding right now is real. Before the team fight happens, not really going in until the exact right moment.
One small mistake, one small wrong skill used could cost them the game, and that actually already happened on Ballistic side when that mosh pit was used early on, but it didn't do too much against Ballistics. So I'm pretty sure they're very thankful right now.
Only a few deaths into this game yet. 11 minutes, four kills in total. He hit 16. Maybe they not really going for that boss yet. But they keep want to pressure onto it because they have Hanzo. They can have the speed, and Tempest knows that for sure. Even though they have Greymane, it is not. I guess it's somewhat close, but Hanzo is so much quicker taking the camps. Here, Tempest is pressuring in because they know they're going for the camp. Not really too much time and resources for them to go for boss, as Tempo is on top.
Are they going to share 1 for 1 once again?
Let's see where they want to focus here, as the camps are pushing against Tempest because the top ones will be equal, but the bottom giants are pushing.
It seems like they're actually going to try to commit on Tempest's side. They have all 5 players down rather than sharing. They want to try to take both, maybe win a team fight here. Good, taking some damage. Leoric disengaged with the Entomb. Is there going to be enough damage? Goes in and ETC goes down. No mosh pit. Bunker drops way too low. There's that Divine Shield onto Dami. He's sweeping through, doing most of the damage. And Leoric goes down, but Dami's still alive, doing the most damage out of it. Ancestral does not even connect. We barely get to even see that Ancestral coming in. Oh man, the burst damage is here. But Hanzo is taking kills. After another one. SCSC is turning this around with the Dragon's Arrow. He was waiting for this moment all along. First pick value. Wow. Yeah. And that's why you first pick Hanzo, guys. If it's open, just take it. You saw that. Speechless. We don't need to explain anything. It was already said in the plays of Hanzo. Play of the game. Yeah. Hanzo was taking over that team fight, getting multiple kills. They were going low, and I was wondering, why are they going low? There's no reason. Blaze went down, ETC went down. SCSC, he knew what he was capable of. He knew his damage. Yeah.
He knew his angles. He knows his geometry for sure.
And you know, because Ballistix won that team fight, like we're not continuing on about this, but that Blaze bunker coming down late, and you know that led to ETC's death. If it came down a little earlier, it could have been a cleaner fight for Ballistix. So you know, like even though they won the team fight, it was a loss, I think, on communications.
Yeah, the bait onto Hanzo.
Okay,
Has a knee. Wash bit onto
there.
Leoric, only disengage. So kind of messy right now, but Hooligan, can he make it alive? Does not have a power slide, so it has to be ancestral.
Hanzo free deals in the back.
Leoric way too low. Luther has to self-divine shield himself to... Can he actually survive? Has Radiance, but the arrow. Hanzo for the kill. Pulse that comes from the side, looking for that snipe onto SC, but the damage is not enough.
There.
And Sanctification does keep them alive for a few seconds only. What an insane kill trade we have here.
Yeah, 2 for 3 kill trade. But that Falstad coming in late behind Ballistix, I thought Hanzo would have lived if they were able to focus him down, but that focus deal from Falstad was just, wow. Good call, I guess.
Yeah, Falstad had the angle. Nice coming in from lockdown. And Sanctification did land pretty well. Kept them alive for a few more seconds. And that was just enough to have okay trade. Of course, a better trade for Ballistix. Having 3 members alive compared. They're also getting the camps. Camps were pushing the bottom lane. I believe the bottom keep is also pretty damaged. Yeah. At least a little scratched in that way. So they can actually force the rotation on top, which will be on the other side. No temples yet. No, nothing crazy happening.
Yeah. But if you see the top keep's health, it's almost down. It's all down. And the temple is finally, the single temple at mid is coming out in 20 seconds, but they're in front of the boss, just in case.
Yep. Just in case, and they are 20. And they are up against...
Yeah, they have a full level to catch up on for Tempest's side, so Ballistix definitely gonna go aggressive.
Dami.
And right now, wow,
Dami had a bad.
The gust is used. Not good.
He has a bad memory on the watchtower. I don't think he should be going anywhere near. But Hooligan here does have the power slide, hide, trying to buy time. Mosh pit available.
Okay, no mosh pit yet.
The bunker.
What?
Dancing time for Mosh pit for Hooligan. Not having his day for sure as an ETC player.
Maybe he's getting like 10 FPS, so like he thought he was somewhere else. And
maybe he was thinking of bolting in and moshing it. I think he's thinking ahead of his fingers right now. Maybe his fingers not listening to his brain, or something else is going on right now. But still, they have the lead. Tempest gladly they made that escape because that was not available. Maybe the bolt was already used. Maybe he thought he could have used it. Maybe it was cooldown. Lots of things can happen.
Well, this was strike 2 for ETC.
Strike 2 and strike 3 can actually cost them the game in this case. But they're still taking the lead. 3 keeps down now with the last shots. We'll get keep and even I think a few shots on the core possibly.
Yep, definitely. And
Tempest going for the boss.
Okay.
Still, Ballistix, they're willing to give this one up because they have the fort. It'll take a long time. They also have Hanzo to melt down the boss with those scatter arrow, basic attacks with the Qs, everything. Not just Hanzo, they have everything else. They have Tychus, Odin still available. So they want to work in rotation. They want to paint this big picture. They're almost there, almost to the core. That's the last structure left for Tempest. Where Tempest, they still have their entire fort. Not even scratched. Even the fountain's there.
Now they're just getting in there right now, and they're just sending, you know, the camp at top and just coming down to defend. They're actually going to give this one up, and they're waiting for them to come in front of them.
Surely lots of pressure for these teams as today's results may make a big difference in their Eastern Clash. Maybe who they're up against as the first, which group they go in.
Yeah, the brackets will change depending on what games they lose, how many sets they lose.
Here comes the boss, of course, late game, pretty late game boss. So it's going to do some damage, but forcing down.
It'll definitely open up the gate and maybe even the well and a couple hits on the key.
There's the Odin. Hooligan's trying to go in. The holy ground was blocking, so he had to use the bolt. There's the bunker for the safe zone. still mosh pit available. There's a big gust coming from the other side, and Hanzo's gone. That's a chance for Tempest. They want to turn this around. Greymane goes in with the Divine Shield. Moggy's lost, trying to catch what's ahead. Hooligan still holding that mosh pit. Not really much of a use when you don't have your damage with the Hanzo. Seems like this other wolf will actually escape though.
Yeah.
Tygus takes down Falls Dead. Odin has been doing the damage.
Alright, questionable mosh pit, but you know, understandable.
Greymane still left alive. Dami is going in, trying to take the damage here. The Cestro does connect, and then there's another bunker. What is going on? The cooldown is so short, and Leoric goes down. This is going to be a messy fight. Dami still also looking for that.
Sign lives, and there was a kill by Dami, like you were saying. He was.
Is that even in range? But of course, under attack. This catapult. This is GG, by the way.
By the way, guys.
And
by the way,
Ballistix, Tempest was fighting for what? I don't know. I guess they were way too focused on the team fight. They were losing everything else. They were losing the core. Ballistix, they were trying to buy time. Bunker again in the middle of the team fight.
That was 2 bunkers in one team fight.
And actually, Moggy's the MVP of the last game. He got Greymane out of the fight. I think he bought at least 20 seconds. And during that team fight, they only had 1 goal.
Yeah.
Tempest were... Ballistix only had 1 goal to delay as much as possible. The lanes are working against them. If we buy time, we win.